Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Melissa Andre. I'm the Executive Director of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board, and we're convening a session of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board. Today is October 21st of 2025. It's a Tuesday, and it's approximately 2:07 p.m. With me today is our board chair, Paula Weiss, as well as board members John O'Connor, George Matthews, and Nancy Callan. Please be aware that this is a public hearing and it is being recorded. Because the meeting is public, participants and viewers have no expectation of privacy. And by continuing to be in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. This recording will be posted on the Tax Review Board's website. There you are, Mr. Saifuddin. We were waiting for you. Paula, please take it away.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Tax Review Board hearings for October 21st, 2025 are now in session. Before we move into the matters that are going to be reviewed today, we have some administrative matters to read into the record from our docket, beginning with what is listed on our docket as case number 1 for 1934 West Susquehanna Avenue. That matter has been continued. Cases number 3 and 4. Case number 3, 1935 Diamond Street, last 4 digits of the docket FHFY. Case number 4, last 4 digits of the docket 9LAT, and that is for 1937 Diamond Street. Who has this matter for the city? Mr. Peng, you're on mute.
Yes, I have this matter for the city.
Okay, we have information that this is being resolved. Is that correct? And that a continuance is needed?
Yeah, we're settling the case. We're still in the middle of negotiation, but we need a continuance.
60 days sufficient?
It should be.
Okay, so I'm going to recommend the board then continue this matter for 60 days. Can I get concurrence?
John O'Connor, I concur.
Nancy Callan, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
Paula Weiss, I concur. This matter is continued. Mr. Peng, if these matters do get resolved, please notify our office so that we don't reschedule them for any reason.
Understood. Thank
you. And we're going to drop down to what is listed as case number 5 on our docket. Last 4 digits of the docket, 6RPE 46554-56 Lebanon Avenue. Who has this matter for the city?
Good afternoon, Kareem Saifuddin for the city.
Good afternoon, Mr. Saifuddin. I believe this matter has been settled. Is that correct?
Yes, we have a settlement in principle. We just need time to ink it, sign it, and get it entered in the system. So
30 days sufficient?
Should be more than sufficient, yes.
All right, so we're going to recommend we continue this matter for 30 days. Can I get concurrence from board members?
John O'Connor, I concur.
Nancy Callan, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
Paula Weiss, I concur, and we're going to move down to the next item. Case number 6, 212 West Highland Street, last 4 digits of the docket NSN2, and this matter has been withdrawn, so it will be closed from our docket. Brings us back to the matters that remain open, and we are going to, Ms. Andre, we're going to start with number 2.
Yeah, number 7 just walked in, but number 2 is here, so we might as well just.
Okay, so we're going to start with what is listed as case number 2 on our docket for 1220 Lindley Avenue. Last 4 digits of the docket are UW2B. Mr. Yaniv, I believe you're counsel for this petitioner, Lindley Tower Realty Company, LP.
I am, along with my associate Samantha Pulley, who's seated next to me.
Thank you. We're going to turn to the city representatives first in order to get the dollar amounts and dates and controversy on the record. Then we will turn back to you and you'll be able to present your case and your evidence to us. Okay.
Thank you.
Who has this matter for the city?
Good afternoon. This is Kareem Saifuddin again for the city.
And you have a witness who's going to be reading the information into the record as to the dollars and dates that are before us today?
Yes, that will be Ms. Lisa Weaver of the Water Revenue Bureau.
Okay, Ms. Weaver, good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Could you state your name and position with the city, please?
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Lisa Weaver. I'm the witness for the City of Philadelphia Water Revenue Department.
And do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Could you please read into the record the matters that are under appeal?
Yes, the period in question is September the 8th, 2022, through January 9th, 2024. The principal amount is $54,683.12. The penalty amount is $49,560.92. The lien amount is $715.15. And I have a total amount disputed is $104,959.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Safedine, any opening comments?
I have a few. First, the city will first wants to put on the record an objection to the consideration of any of this petition as out of time. That is to say, non-proton consideration should be denied. And in the brief summary of this is that as the board is aware, its jurisdiction on appeals from bills issued by the Water Revenue Bureau is adjustment of the amount of usage. Penalty can be waived, of course, but it's as to principle, the jurisdiction is limited to usage. But there's no actual usage at this property reported since January 5th of 2023, which was billed on January 11th of 2023. So in the ordinary course, the last day to challenge the outstanding usage charges on this account was 60 days after January 11th of 2023, which was March 12th of 2023. The petition here was filed in May of 2025, so over 2 years later. Moreover, even if we set that aside, we know that the petition, for a fact, that the petitioner had actual notice of these usage charges, of all charges under dispute, no later than December 10th of 2024. The city, back in November of 2024, or October of 2024, filed a sheriff's sale petition for this property, to which the petitioner filed an answer. And I have a copy of the answer, which I submitted to the board. Do I need to share that, or should resend it because it was submitted with my packet?
I believe we have it.
Okay, but it will show that they were aware, the petitioner was aware of these charges no later than December 10th of 2024. Accordingly, even if we use December 10th of 2024 as the relevant date for purposes of the statute of limitations of 60 days, we're looking at February 8th of 2025. Again, this was filed May 1st. So it's clearly out of time. And so the city objects vigorously to any consideration of this case on the merits because it is entirely out of time. Secondarily,
Well, I think I'm going to stop you there and go back to Mr. Yanoff for his response, since I assume the other, is your next point substantive rather than procedural?
it is also procedural.
All right, go ahead.
Well, thank you. Are you?
Why don't we let
Excuse me.
why don't we let Mr. Yanoff respond to this one, and then we'll move to the next one.
Mhm.
Thank you. It's difficult. It's difficult for us to argue that we're timely. Obviously, we filed a petition for leave to file non-proton. The factual background in this matter is that this property has been vacant since September 14th of 2022. And with respect to the water usage, the billing that we received is so I'm gonna say so confusing because it shows billing in excess of any previous usage of the water. That's well in excess of previous usage at a time that the building was completely vacant by order of the city of Philadelphia. We have been trying to reach out to the water department in order to get somebody to talk to us, to try to explain to us what the story is with these billings. And we haven't had any success in getting anybody even to respond. So is our petition filed late? Yes, it's filed late, but it's filed only after we attempted to get this matter resolved directly with the city and without any success whatsoever in trying to get resolution. We can give you specific commentary about the confusion of the billing, but the bottom line is that to the extent that this billing was posted on the property's been vacant since September 14th of 2022. There's been no usage of the building. We've had vandalism in the building, which has removed plumbing fixtures and piping.
All right, well, that's
And-
getting more into the substantive nature. I
If-
just wanted to
and-
really
and
stick
the
to the
water-
non-pro-tunc argument.
Okay.
If I
first.
may
And then-
the water
Hold
is
on,
respond.
hold on.
Our understanding is the water has been off anyway.
Okay, that's, all right, that's
if
next, but go ahead, Mr. Safety.
if I may respond before proceeding to my next procedural argument, to begin with, all billing was sent to an offsite address in Jenkintown, which was supplied to us by the customer. So no bills were going to the property itself, vacant or otherwise. Second, the record will show that the bulk, at something like 60% of the outstanding debt predates the collapse of September 2022. Okay. And then lastly,
Okay.
So that concludes. I'll wrap up on the non-pro-tunc. The other procedural issue is just as fatal, which is that the board completely lacks jurisdiction to hear this case because there is a decree for sheriff sale entered on the merits by the Court of Common Pleas. This is res judicata. The board has no jurisdiction to hear it. The decree signed by Judge Hall on April 29th of 2025. So was that 2 days before this petition was filed? Is also attached to the city's production that I sent on Friday.
Well,
Could we,
may I respond to that?
hold on. Could you share your screen so we could see that?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. And so I'm going to pull I have to open the decree. And the confusing thing I should note about sheriff sales decrees is that the city files them as a proposed order, and then the way that the court enters the decree is by signing the proposed order in the form of the judge, in this case, Judge Christopher Hall. It's just taking a moment for the decree
All right,
itself.
well, then, you know what, while that loads, we can go back to Mr. Yanow for a
Thank you.
response.
It's interesting, the comment about Judge Hall's order, because we had an argument in person before Judge Hall, and Judge Hall specifically told us on the day of the hearing that what we should be doing is following through with our administrative remedies and filing a petition for leave to appeal non-pro-tunc and to proceed before this board non-pro-tunc. And then he signed the order saying we're going to have a sheriff sale anyway, which is totally inconsistent. And I need to disagree with the fact that even though the billing shows that it's sent to the post office box in Abington, and it's in Abington, not in Jenkintown,
My
those bills were
apologies.
not received here.
I'm sorry, what was, I missed that last
Those
one.
bills were not received here.
Is that a correct address, though?
Post Office Box 549 is a correct address, but that also happens to be the offices of SBG where my office is located. And quite frankly, we didn't receive those bills.
Okay. And do you have more to say about the sheriff sale decree other than?
Well, other than the fact that we've just filed a motion to postpone the sheriff's sale pending resolution of what we believe to be confusion with respect to the billing. And that's going to be heard before Judge Hall, I believe, in a month, I think, October.
So there is, so the Court of Common Pleas action is continuing.
Well, the Court of Common Pleas action was withdrawn.
No, so if I may, the appeal from this board's order, which were initially denying non-pro-tunc consideration, which is sent in pretty much any case, which seems to be sent out of time, filed out of time, that was appealed by Mr. Yanow. That appeal was withdrawn yesterday. The tax sale, we have a decree to sell, giving us permission to sell. However, the actual auction date is November 19th. And Mr. Yanoff has filed a motion to postpone the auction.
So, Mr. Saifuddin, is it your position that the administrative appeal process cannot be happening on a parallel timeline with the sheriff's sale?
That is correct. The original sheriff's sale decree is final. If Judge Hall had wanted an administrative proceeding to move forward, he could have continued the case, the tax sale, and left the decree unsigned. But he signed the decree, giving the city permission to sell the property free and clear of all encumbrances at a date of its choosing.
Mr. Saifuddin, can you put that sheriff sale up on, can you share that screen? I know.
Yes, I can now. It's finally loaded.
Thank you.
Give me a second. Zoom just changed all their options and I can't figure out how to do anything anymore.
Yeah, we've been struggling.
Agreed.
Well,
It should be towards the top. There's usually a share screen button at the
Okay,
top,
meeting, no,
or go to more. Hold on.
yeah, okay, there it is. Nope, that's the view.
Okay, go to the bottom actually.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah,
Saifuddin.
actually, yeah, okay, I see share now, okay. I'm also way too used to using Teams.
Agreed. This one is a different platform completely.
all right, let's see if we can do this.
Is the decree.
See that you're sharing, Mr. Saifuddin. I don't see the document.
Yeah, it's taking a minute to load. This happened to me
Okay.
the other day with another matter.
Is this in our exhibit packet also?
Yes, it is.
What
Oh.
exhibit? What exhibit is it?
I didn't mark them as exhibits.
Oh.
I don't do that for the
It's
production.
after the account history, Paula, John, and George, Nancy.
Looking for it.
So once you get to like the account summary rather, with all the statements, it's the first document afterwards.
Seeing it. Oh, wait, I think I found it. Any hope, Mr. Saifuddin?
He's just left.
He just left.
He just left.
All
He
right,
was here and now he's gone.
all right, let's give him a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the packet, Melissa. Can you share it?
Unfortunately, I don't have the packet. It's in the
Okay.
packet after the account
I see,
statement.
I mean, I see it, but
Oh,
for everybody else is,
yeah.
all right.
I don't have any of those.
I don't see Mr. Saifuddin coming back in the room.
Well, I guess let's go off the record for 5 minutes and wait for him.
I got some information from Mr. Saifuddin. It looks like he's frozen. His Zoom is frozen.
All right. Technology is wonderful, except when it isn't.
Great.
All right, should we go off the record for about 5 minutes? Everybody,
Yeah.
let's give him a chance to come back in. I'm sorry, Mr. Yanoff.
Fine, that's fine.
All right, we're just gonna give him a few minutes. So we can see, so that we can see the Court of Common Pleas decree and the Exhibit A that goes with it.
Okay, so here is this is the decree. Please don't freeze on me again.
Yeah,
All right,
speak to the technology gods.
exactly.
There it is.
This-
We just need you to
this is not-
zoom in.
No, 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 no.
What?
No, no,
And
no,
I
no.
already have a tiny,
Wait,
tiny
Can you,
spot.
hold on, Mr.
Korean, I think when we're
Safety-
looking at your notes.
Exactly,
sorry.
we're not
Oh,
looking at anything. We're looking
Okay,
at-
sorry,
Oh,
please
right.
disregard this.
Yes, of course.
No,
I shared the thing. I always share the
I understand this is frustrating.
actual application window and not the screen. Here we go. Here we are.
Okay, that's it.
all right, so this is the Court of Common Pleas decree, dated when?
Okay, so this is the annoying part. So this is dated April 29th, 2025, but I can't find where that is because it's not scrolling to the top where Judge
right.
Hall would have written that in, presumably.
All right, so we want to see
What?
is what it encompasses and the language. So stop. And paragraph 3 and paragraph 4, I believe. You want to,
Right, and if I may, Exhibit A is,
Mr. Yannick, I assume you have a copy of this.
I
And
have
have
a
seen
copy, I have a copy of the decree, yeah.
Okay, so you've seen it. We're not
okay, Exhibit A
zooming through
is
something we haven't
is
seen.
this here. I apologize that it's sideways, but it is this.
All right, hold on. Is this?
And please describe this when you get it, because
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
read it.
it's let me rotate it so that it's actually legible.
That would be helpful.
It is a printout of the city's water liens water lien report. Showing
Stop.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just looking at the dates.
Mhm.
So could you lead us through some of this so that we know that they're the dates that are relevant for us?
Right.
All right, so it's
So
starting in
they're not in order is the problem. Like this here goes through, this covers liabilities accruing from July 1st of 2022 through September 30th of 2022. That's the first one you see. Docket number 2301W 22005828. However, you scroll down and you
Right,
have
slow down.
yes.
Go ahead.
You scroll down, you have docket number 2401 W23006763, which number one, based on a docket number, very clearly filed in 2024, and covering everything through from January 1st of 23 through September 30th of 23. Like that, so the best way here is for me to find the last date, and because we do lean every quarter more or less, we may not have leaned quite so much more recently on this property because there were zero usage after a certain point, and that limits the amount of accruals. But the last date that I can see is, it should be a 24 or a 25 docket.
I see a
Yes,
24
here.
docket. Yeah.
Where?
If I
December.
may, you note that they're all marked satisfied.
So this one is marked satisfied because it's
Online.
filed. because this one is 2001, so January of 2021, January of 2020. And it was, you can see, filed January 1st of 2020 and represents liabilities from 19.
Except that if you go in the account number online in a water lien search in the city's records, all of these liens are marked satisfied.
As of when?
It doesn't give a satisfaction date. It just gives, if it goes lien status and it says satisfied all the way through.
Oh, well,
Okay,
these-
but
Okay, but these are not dates that are in front of us either.
mhm.
Well,
These
they're
are-
all, they're all.
So this is the point being, this is what's incorporated by reference in the
The decree.
in the decree. And
decree.
if I may,
Okay, so go to the second page of this. There is one for 2024 that encompasses September 1st of 2023 to December 31st of 2023 on the
Yeah.
second page.
When the property
So-
was vacant.
yes,
So
that
this one,
but
and
that
then there's
wouldn't-
another one, the one up here at the
Mhm.
top.
Okay, so
But still showing accrual of water services in a property that's been vacant since September 14th of 2022. This is the basis.
if I may
of-
object, like, it's irrelevant what the facts were. What's relevant, because the question is, what
Did you
did the
just tell me
court
that it's
adjudicate?
irrelevant what the facts are? Is
That
what
is
you're-
All right,
correct,
I think we're gonna
Brianna.
pass that, we're gonna pass that by. But yes, Mr. Yanov. We're gonna pass over that at the moment. All right, but these are all of the matters, liabilities incorporated as part of Exhibit A attached to the Court of Common Pleas decree. Is that correct?
That is correct. And so it gives you roughly from 2020 to the end of 23 was already under lien when we filed this.
Okay.
And I will note for the record, that after the decree was issued, I did take a quick look at the history again, and I noticed that there were some estimated charges from late 2023 through early 2024. And I consulted with various people here at the city, Water Revenue, and also with L&I, and they basically all told me, there's not that estimated usage is not justifiable. So we voluntarily abated those estimated charges because for late 2023 through early 2044 in the amount of approximately $14,000.
So as I understand it, after the decree was entered, you changed the facts of your claims. This is the whole basis for
We
the
we
confusion.
didn't change the facts of our
I
claims.
really would like you, let me finish one sentence, okay?
Mhm.
The fact is, that's the reason for the filing of this appeal before the board. We have been trying to understand what it is that is actually owed. And you can't do it because you keep changing the facts. We look at the city records and we see that all the liens have been marked satisfied. We have a property that's been vacant since September 14th of 2022, and yet there is accrued water and sewer usages on a property that has nobody in it at all. That's a multifamily building that has nobody in it at all since September 14th, 2022. And yet water charges keep accruing. So this is the basis for this appeal. All we wanted to do was have a meeting with somebody to have somebody explain this so we could get an accurate amount of the water that is due so that we could arrange with a prospective buyer to sell this property with a number that we can explain to that prospective buyer as to what the water services do. And yet we can't get anybody to sit up and take notice. And I have a judge who in the same day that he signs an order that says that the sale could take place, tells me, Mr. Yanov, go exercise your administrative remedies, go file a petition for leave to file nunc-pro-tunc so you can get before the tax review board and maybe somebody will listen to you. That's what happened here. And then he signs what apparently is this blanket order which authorizes the sale, and it's totally inconsistent. We also received new information from your office on Friday with bill reversals. We have no way to verify this information.
If I
This is
may.
the whole purpose.
So, okay, so I'm going to stop everybody. Here's where this board is now sitting. Mr. Yanov, I need you to give me a response to Mr. Safedin's position that this board this board has been vested of jurisdiction by this decree, which clearly states that all of the amounts in this Exhibit A that the city has put forth are due and owing and therefore subject to the decree and to a sheriff's sale.
My response is that because this matter was heard by Judge Hall, his order is inconsistent because he didn't deny us the right to pursue this appeal to the Tax Review Board. In fact, directed us here to take this action. And that's what we did.
But his writing contradicts. I understand, but that's put us in a
Well, it
difficult.
puts me in a difficult position too,
Right,
because I have a
it put
judge.
us in a quandary as to, where our jurisdiction levels start and
quandary is-
end for
If I may,
this.
Madam Chairperson, the quandary is easily resolved. If the board directs somebody from the water department to sit down with us and explain what this is all about, postpone this hearing, continue this hearing, have a meeting scheduled with somebody who is with authority, which is all we've been asking for, to sit down and talk to us about it, we can then maybe get this issue resolved. We can't now because there are inconsistencies.
So, Mr. Safedin, is it possible that Mr. Yanov can have such a meeting? Because obviously, even if this board decides to go forward and, has a basis for it, we cannot, in a hearing setting, do an accounting review as detailed as he needs. That would just never work. Is there a possibility of a conversation outside of this hearing that could explain this billing sufficiently
I can
for the
give you an
petitioner to
explanation.
understand?
I can give you an explanation in one sentence. There was a leak. And we told them about the leak
Where
for,
is that? This is the first time I'm hearing that.
okay?
All right, well, now we're getting into into a
Exactly.
factual
Now,
evidential
if I
hearing.
may, if he wanted an explanation, the way to do that was to raise it by a petition to this board. Because in the context of a petition to this board, he will get the attention of us, my
Well,
division.
Here he
Agreed.
is.
But
Here he
I
is.
think time to do that was 2022 or 2023.
Well, but we're here in 2025.
So the solution is to tell him to go away. You're out of time.
That's not a proper solution.
Well,
I'm
this
afraid that's
board
what
has
the law
already
dictates.
determined, this board has already determined that that's not the position that we have with regard to the filing issue. All right, I think the board is going to take a few minutes to have a conversation and see where we are and where we think we can proceed. So everybody sit tight.
Okay.
Okay, we have everybody back. I see John, okay, we're all back. Tax Review Board is back in session. We took a few minutes to discuss the information that's been provided to us, mostly procedural, and jurisdictional. And it is the decision of the Tax Review Board that we are going to deny this petition for lack of jurisdiction on our part, based on the Court of Common Pleas decree signed on 4/29/25, which does include all of the periods appealed to the Tax Review Board. We do believe that this has divested us of jurisdiction. Mr. Yanoff, you will get a letter from the Tax Review Board with that decision in about 2 weeks. There will, either side may appeal to the Court of Common Pleas. There will be appeal information in that letter. But we believe that that is the extent of the actions that we can take today.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you for
Thank you.
coming in. We're going to move in. We are going to move on to the.
We have to vote on that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, John. Go ahead.
John
Concurrent.
O'Connor, I concur.
Here, does he ask me last time?
George,
George Matthews, I concur.
Nancy,
Nancy Callen, I concur.
and Paula Weiss, I concur in the decisions. I'm sorry for that oversight. Thank you, John. And we are going to move on to our next case. And
That concludes my
brings,
business before the board. May I be excused?
yes, thank you, Mr. Yanoff.
Thank you.
And we're going to move on to case number 7 for 653 East Cornwall Street. Last 4 digits of the docket are 7JHD. Petitioner Elizabeth Cabrero, who I believe is in our hearing room. Ms. Cabrero, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. My name is Paula Weiss, Chair of the Tax Review Board. Could you please state your full name for the record?
my name is Elizabeth Cabrero.
And do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes, I swear.
Thank you. All right, we are going to turn to the city representatives to start us off so that we can get the dollar amounts and the dates that are in controversy read into our record. And then we will come back to you and you'll have an opportunity to explain to us why you are here today and what you're looking for from the board.
Okay,
Okay, so who has this matter for the city?
Yim Ping represent the city. My witness will be Miss Lisa Weaver and Andrew Dabelski, Mr. Andrew Dabelski.
Okay, so Ms. Weaver, you have been sworn in, and could you please give us the dollars and dates that are before us for review?
Yes. The period in question is July the 11th, 2017 through January 21st, 2024. The principal amount is $2,740.14. The penalty amount is $129.78. There are no liens, bringing the disputed total amount to $2,869.92.
Thank you. Mr. Peng, any opening remarks?
Yeah, so this case mostly a debit adjustment case where unauthorized tampering of the city's meters assembly caused the meter to unable to record actual usage readings for years. Specifically, the city will show that the meter assembly in the property located at 653 East Cornwall Street was not able to record any usage for at least close to 6 years at least. Because some non-city actor disconnected meter assembly from the pipes. The city witness will testify today that the meter tag went to the property on approximately May 12, 2023, and they saw a street pipe jumper device was installed in place where the meter assembly was supposed to be. Boils down to someone is deliberately using the city's water and sewer services without paying by taking the meter assembly out of its rightful place, and the debit adjustment exists to correct this situation.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Cabrera, what would you like to tell us about this matter?
Well, when I purchased the property on 2017, that was already there. I didn't notice that it was no meter until I fixed the house. I fixed the house on 2022. That's when I finally fixed it. And that's when, after that, I find out that there was no meter. So that's when I called the water department to put the meter. I also bring the letter here that I was asked last time when the electric was on place on that property, because when I purchased the property, it was not livable. So actually the property was empty. Nobody was using water or anything because nobody could live there at that time.
Okay,
Like
do
I said,
wanna
I
say-
finished on 2022. That's when I finished fixing the property.
okay. So when you purchased it, it was vacant? You finished?
Yes,
Okay, and you did not know that there was no meter?
I
Did you
didn't notice. I didn't notice since I was not working in the house yet. I start fixing the house in 2020. That's when I start fixing the house. So it took me like 2 years to fix the house or a little bit more. And then later on, that's when I find out that it was no water meter and I called the water department right away.
Okay,
Miss Cabrero, she handed me a letter from Pico. I emailed it to the board and Mr. Peng. If you check your email, it's there, Mr. Peng. Again, it's a letter dated April 7th of 2025. Miss Cabrero gave it to me when I walked her into the office.
okay, and can you, all right, we'll look at it. All right, anything else, Ms. Cabrero, for the moment?
No, that's all I gotta say. The house was actually empty all that time. Nobody was using the water.
And
Nobody
when
could
did
live there.
does someone live there now?
Right now, no. Right now, the house is empty again.
And was there a time when someone was living there?
I believe it was January or February of this year. The house been empty since then. And I'm
Someone
trying
move
to
in 2022 after the renovations were completed?
say that again. I'm sorry.
Okay, did someone move in 2022 after the renovations were completed?
Well, no, someone moving in 2023. That's the
20.
same tenants that they put the electricity.
Okay. Oh, okay, it says 5/11/24. I'm looking at this letter that Ms. Cabrero provide. Okay, all right, thank you. Mr. Peng?
So I just like to point out, this letter says on May 11th, 2024, that the water customer is established electronic services at this property. That's outside of disputed period, from my understanding. So unfortunately, I don't think this letter is relevant for the instant case.
Okay. Well, it might be if, in fact, prior to that, the property was vacant.
Was in 2024.
Well, that's when it was that's when a tenant moved in. Right? Okay, go ahead.
So Ms. Cabrera, I have a couple questions for you. So I just want to first, I want to confirm a few things. So you are the owner of the property at 653 East Cornwall Street?
Yes, I purchased the property in 2017. Yes.
Okay, so briefly, what kind of property is 653 East Cornwall?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What sort of property is it? Is a single family, duplex,
No,
however
it's
it
a
is?
single family. It's a single family.
Okay. So you're claiming that the property is vacant from what's the date according to you?
This, they was living there, the tenant, the same tenant that they rented at that time, but she moved out, I believe was this year, either January or February. Since then, the house has been empty again because I'm fixing it again. The tenant, they broke a lot of stuff, so I'm fixing again. So
So
at
from-
this point, the house is empty.
So from July 11th, 2017 to May 12th, 2023, is that are you saying that the property was empty during that time?
Yes, it was empty during that time and now it's empty again.
So do you have a vacancy license for any of that period?
No, I didn't get a back any license because I didn't expect that it was gonna take me that long to fix the house. But when I actually went in there, the tenant really damaged a lot of stuff, so I still fixing it to rent it.
So I'm assuming you didn't
I didn't,
apply
that's why I
for-
didn't get the back end license because I was fixing, but it became more to fix than I was expecting. So
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to finish it to rent it again because I actually got people waiting for the house.
So you also didn't apply for anything like a discontinuous permit for the water usage, for water service?
No, I didn't apply for none of that, no.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't know that that can be done, to tell you the truth.
I see. So a brief summary, why would the property was vacant? You earlier mentioned you saying the property is not livable. Can you give us a full statement on that?
Yes, when I purchased the property from the real estate, it was not livable. It didn't have kitchen, it didn't have toilet, you know, it didn't have the wall, they were not in good standing. It was not livable. So, but I didn't have the money to fix it. I just purchased it and I leave it close it. And then in 2020, that's when I start fixing it. But it take me a long time because I fix it little by little. You
I
know, I
see.
don't have money to pay and fix something right away. So that's why it take me a long time to fix them. Like right now, the tenant, I believe she moved, I don't remember if it was January or February, and I'm still working in the house. Right now, the house is still empty since then.
So do you have any documents like zero usage on a electric or gas bill that shows that period there is nobody lived there, or do you have any documentation proof that the period from 2017 to 2023 the property is empty?
No, because I didn't have any electricity there neither. So remember, the house was not in good condition. So all that was fixed in that time. So I
Okay.
didn't have no proof. Like I don't have I don't even know if the real estate got proof that the house was not livable. I really don't know. I cannot tell you something because I don't know. But
Okay, let me share a document with the board and bear with me.
if you guys notice the usage is being month that it should be zero again, it's because nobody's living there.
So anybody can see the document share. Ms. Cabrero, this is your petition for the instant case.
Yes,
That's your signature at the bottom?
yes, that's me. That's like I said, when I purchased the house in 2017, it was not livable. I finished approximately from late 2022. That's when I finished fixing it, and then I wait to rent it.
So in this petition, you mentioned a squatter living in the property attacked you in 2021.
Yes, but she didn't stay not even one day. The guy that was fixing my house, he was like, let's say he was there fixing today, and then when he went the next day, in the nighttime she moved in. So when he called me, I have to come out of school. I was studying, and I went to the house and I opened, and then she came with a shovel and hit me on my head. So she got arrested. She didn't even stay there, not even one day. She got arrested and she was put in jail because she hurt me with a shovel on my head and I ended up in the hospital. So I'm just saying this because even on 2021, the house was still not ready to live. They were still fixing the house. I
So-
say that as a proof
Okay,
that
I think
the
we've
house was
heard
not-
that. You know, Mr. Peng, I think we've heard, you know, that Ms. Cabrero spent a lot of time renovating the property. So let's move on.
All right. All right. Sorry, I'll try to unshare. I think I actually clicked the wrong thing. All right. Stop. All right. Sorry. Okay. So I guess I just have few more questions. Ms. Cabrera, when is did you receive the water bills between approximately around 2017 and 2023?
Around what date?
Or roughly in 2017, from 2017 to 2023, did you receive any water bills from the city?
Yes, it was zero usage, but since the house was empty, I just paid what it was. I didn't know it was no meter
So-
because it was reading zero usage.
I see. Did you
So-
contact the city about the zero usage?
No, because the house was empty, so I thought that it have a meter, but it was not reading nothing because nobody was living there.
Okay. All right.
When
So
I find out, as soon somebody moved in there, that I checked the bill and it was still zero usage, that's when I went to the house and I checked and I find out it was no meter. And that's when I called right away. But before that, since nobody
Uh,
was living there, I was just paying zero usage.
okay. Okay. I see. Let's just, okay. So you saw the estimated zero usage bill, but you didn't talk to the city because you thought that was normal because nobody lived there, correct?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Cabrero. I'd like to talk to the PWD's witness, Mr. Andrew Dabowski at this point. Thank you.
Mr. Dabowski? How are you today?
I'm here.
All right, can you please, good enough. Could you state your full name and position with the city, please?
Sure. Andrew J. Dybaski, Assistant Manager, Water Department Meter Division.
And Mr. Dabowski, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Payne?
All right, Mr. Dabowski, how long have you working with PWD?
30 plus years.
Okay. So what's your responsibility as assistant manager currently?
I oversee the installation, repair, maintenance, investigating anything remotely related to water metering.
Okay. So have you ever supervised PWD field technicians?
Yes, I have.
What are the responsibilities of field technicians?
Field technician is responsible for the daily activities of going in and out of properties to investigate, install, remove water meters in properties.
Okay. So you did this job yourself at one point, right?
Yes, I did.
How long was that?
Roughly first 25 years of my career.
So you were trained to do your job, correct?
Yes, I was.
Did you get trained on the PWD's policies and procedures relating to installation, repair, and service a meter?
Yes.
The PWD also does PWD have policies and procedures about what do you guys do when you install a service meter?
Yes, we do.
Is there PWD policy for making written record and photographic record when you install a service meter?
Yes, we do.
Can you briefly explain those policies and procedures?
Okay. Basically, when we enter a property, when we get in front of the water meter or its location, we take a written record of whatever the reading is and the pertinent information, numbers, radio, ERT numbers, and also take a photograph of what we see and what we find at that time.
Okay, so does the PWD have a system to record these written and photographic records of meter service?
Yes, we do.
What is the name of that system?
The name of that system is Slinky.
That's an electronic system?
Yes, it is.
How often do you use this system?
It's constantly open on your desktop all day long for operations throughout the day.
All right. At this point, I'd like to introduce Mr. Dabowski as Andrew Dabowski as custodian record for the Philadelphia Water Department.
So accepted.
Now, Mr. Dabowski, I would like to show you a document. Okay. So, Mr. Dabowski, do you recognize this document?
Oh, Mr.
Yes,
Payne,
I
you're
do.
gonna have to zoom in on that.
Right. Okay. Let me just go to the relevant line.
Much better.
Right here. Yeah, Mr. Dabowski.
Yes, I recognize it.
So, what is this document?
This is the digital download of the completed work from the date of 5/12/2023 for all our field service workers.
What this information came on this document came from?
It came from the service worker that was present at the property that entered the information electronically.
That's Tech Field Technicians from May 12, 2023 at 653 East Cornwall.
Yes, it is.
Does the Water Department make it keep records like these as part of its regularly conducted business?
Yes, we do.
Based on testimony, I'd like to move mark this document as city 1 and move it into evidence.
So moved.
So according to the city records, the water department field technicians went to the property at 653 East Cornwall Street on or about May 12th, 2023. Is that correct?
Yes,
That's based on the instant doc that the city 1 instantly showing you, correct?
correct.
So why did the field technician went to the property that day?
At that stage, and again, we were updating all the water meters throughout the city to the new state-of-the-art reading capabilities that we have. And we went to the property at that point to upgrade the water meter to that new standard.
So just for the record, can you explain to the board what exactly does meter assembly functions?
Well, meter functions, and its main function is to gather the cumulative amount of water used. We have the meter itself, which is the vessel the water travels through. We have the register, which you can physically see the analog or digital display of how much water is used. And in conjunction with that, we have the radio or the ERT, which saves the information that you can physically see on the register of usage and sends that to the reader van or to the tower when needed.
So correct me if I'm wrong. So what you're saying is the meter records the water flow usage number registered by the register and then transmitted to the city by the ERT, correct?
Correct.
All right. So also, can you explain to the board what would you guys normally call a jumper?
What we call jumper is a temporary piece of pipe. It's the same size and diameter as a meter itself. It's placed temporarily in line there when a meter is broken, frozen, or it's a new water line ran in waiting for us to install the meter.
What exactly does jumper do to meter the water usage readings?
You won't pick up any advanced readings. It will bypass the meter to calculate any usage.
So would it suffice to say that the jumper is a device they place instead of the meter, connecting the pipe straight the city's water straight to the property, correct?
Correct.
Would a city ever install a jumper for an extended period of time?
No, we would not.
So any installing of a jumper for extended period of time is by definition a illegal tampering. That's not would not be done by the city workers, correct?
Correct.
Would it be fair to say that such action, the only purpose of such action will be stealing city's water service?
Basically, yes.
Okay. So let's go back to the May 12, 2023 meter shop visit. What did the field technician see on the property?
When they arrived, they seen that there was no meter installed in the property. It did have a temporary jumper or nipple in its place.
Okay. So that's the jumper you just explained to the board, correct?
Yes, it is.
So what did the field technician do on that day after they see the jumper?
They removed the jumper and took a photograph of what they found. They installed a meter in its place and took a photograph as well, and documented all the information.
Okay. So now, and I would like to share. Oh, sorry. City 2. I like to mark this as City 2. I accidentally closed it. Sorry.
So moved. We have it in our packet.
Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. This is City 2. I'll enlarge it. Okay. So this is marked as City 2. Ms. Stabelski, are these photos demonstrating the jumper situation you mentioned in the City 1 Slinky report?
Yes, it is.
How do you know this?
We have the written record of the visit to the property and all the information that downloaded from it as the contact person as Ms. Cabrero as well.
Okay, because the Slinky report in City One. Okay. So can you point out to the board what is this? Which picture is the picture concerns about the jumper situation?
That would be the lower picture. The jumper itself would probably be basically the center of the picture there. It looks like there's some type of barcode or something on that piece of iron pipe.
So this is the jumper we're talking about?
Yes, correct.
I'd like the record to show that this jumper installed at instant photo shows aging. Okay. So the technician was the technician able to find the meter that took off the pipe?
No, they weren't able to find that.
Okay.
That jumper, the real estate must install it because I didn't do that. So the real estate must be the one who installed that jumper.
Well, we don't know. I mean, if you're telling us you don't know, then that's the answer. All right, Mr. Peng?
Yeah. So generally, Ms. Tabelsi, the city keep this type of photo, as you said, I just want to confirm, city keep this type of photographic record as part of its regularly conducted business, correct?
Yes, we do.
All right. I'd like to submit City 2 into evidence.
So moved.
All right. I'm gonna stop sharing. All right. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Tabelsi. I would like to talk to city witness Ms. Lisa Weaver at this point.
Okay, Ms. Weaver, you've been sworn.
So, Ms. Weaver, have you had an opportunity to review the water customer's account?
Yes.
So in the city record, we don't have any. Do we have a vacancy license for this property at any point?
Not for that owner, no.
Okay. Was there any discontinuous permit?
No.
Okay. All right. Does according to the city's record, is Ms. Cabrero the owner of the property, correct?
Yes.
What do you base that on?
The deed.
Okay. Earlier you heard Ms. Tabelsi testify that the PWD went to the property on or about May 12th, 2023. Was there any changes or adjustment to the billings after this meter shop visit?
Yes.
What's that?
There was a debit adjustment applied to the account on May 12th, 2023.
Okay. He briefly explained to the board what is a debit adjustment?
Yes, a debit
Briefly.
adjustment. A debit adjustment is a additional bill estimated when the actual usage can't be found.
So Ms. Weaver, for this debit adjustment, can you tell me what the usage that comprised this bill was? Like how much per month CCFs were added for 71 months?
Yes, for the time frame in question, 4.97 CCFs per month.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Weaver, according to the city record, the water customer received this debit adjustment because the meter wasn't connected, correct?
Correct.
Okay. How long was the period that this debit adjustment covers?
July 11, 2017, which is the title date, through May 12th, 2023.
Okay. So you mentioned that this debit adjustment is some sort of a estimated usage. What did this city calculate this usage based on?
It's based on estimated usage.
Would the city calculate this usage based on usage prior or after the
It
estimated
would
period?
either be based on usage prior to, or it can also be based on the city guideline standards.
Okay. All right. So according to the city's record, what was the average usage for periods outside of this the period that covered by the debit adjustment?
For the period
Actually,
covered,
let's just make it simpler. 12 month after that debit adjustment.
the 12 months after the debit adjustment, the usage is 3.25 cubic CCFs per month.
Okay, thank you. So just briefly, what does city policy say when a water customer sees zero usage or estimated zeros?
They should notify Philadelphia Water Department immediately or as soon as possible.
Did petitioner notify the city before the debit adjustment was issued?
No,
Mr. Peng, she testified to that. No, she did not. We know.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
the property was vacant.
So other than the period covered by the debit adjustment, were water usage in general actual progressive?
yes, water was actual and progressive.
Okay. In general, what would you characterize petitioner's payment history?
Not very good.
So did the petitioner at any point ever paid down any amount of the debit adjustment billed?
No,
Okay. At this point, city rests. I'd like to have a closing argument.
Well, hold on, Mr. Cabrera, did you have any questions for the city's witness? Anything you wanted to ask?
No, just about the payment. I was paying while there was people there living. I know since somebody moved, I haven't been paying. I know that in fact, and also because I have this situation, so that's why I haven't been paying. But once the people was living there, because they was the one who paying the water, so they were giving me the money and I was making the payment.
Okay. You do understand though, even if no one is there, there is still a bill, even if there's no usage, there's still a bill for service charge and stormwater that as the owner of a property, you would be responsible for.
So you mean like that I'm supposed to still pay sewer?
Yes, stormwater and service charges, yes, even if there is no usage, because no one is there, there is still a bill that the owner is responsible to pay while the property has no one living in it. So
Okay.
yes.
I
All right.
didn't know that. Okay, thank you
Okay.
for telling
All
me.
right. Mr. Peng, do you have your closing remarks?
Yeah, so first of all, I'd like to just generally remind everybody that this is a petitioner's petition, so the burden of proof was the petitioner. That being said, the city has produced the evidence in support of the debit adjustment issued on or about May of 2023. Specifically, the city has testified that its meter tag did saw with his own eyes of the situation where water is being stolen, and the city's meter assembly was taken out of the property and then was replaced by a jumper, so they don't have to. So no water usage has been measured for years, close to 6 years at least. We have the city has submitted the PWD's report, written report, and the photo record showing that the meter was missing and the pipe was connected with through a aged jumper. The instant debit adjustment won't exist if the tempering of the meter assembly did not happen. The city acknowledged that a petitioner may have not personally involved in this unauthorized tempering of the city equipment. However, at the end of the day, the law dictates that the owner of the property is responsible for paying the water sewer bills accrued at owner's property during his or her ownership of the property. So finally, regarding the correctness of the city's debit adjustment, the average monthly usage charges calculated by the debit adjustment is in line with the normal actual usage patterns of this account. As such, the city asked the board to deny the petition.
Okay. Any board members have any questions?
No?
All right,
No,
all right, we're gonna step back. Everybody say where you are. The board is gonna take a few minutes to discuss this.
Everyone is back.
Okay, we are back on the record. The board did take some time to review the testimony and evidence presented by both parties, and we have reached a decision that for the period of time covering January 11th, 2017 through May 12th, 2023. We're going to direct the Water Revenue Bureau to reduce the usage billed to 2.5 CCFs per month and abate the penalties for that period of time. We do find that the petitioner's testimony as to the state of the building and the renovations and vacancies that she had to work through were credible for us. So that a reduction in usage is warranted from the city's estimate. We will direct that decision with 30 days to enter into a payment agreement following the receipt of the adjusted bill. Can I get concurrence from board members?
John O'Connor, I concur.
Nancy Callen, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
Paula Weiss, I concur. All right, so Ms. Farrow, we have reduced the usage for you for that period of time based on your testimony and waived the penalties, but all of that is contingent on your entering into either paying the balance or entering into a payment agreement within 30 days of receiving the adjusted bill. So you'll first get a letter in about 2 weeks from the Tax Review Board with our decision. The adjusted bill will follow. That will show the reduction in the usage. Once you get that bill, you'll have 30 days to be in contact with the Water Revenue Bureau to enter into to make arrangements for payment, whether by agreement or in full. Okay?
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you for coming in and good luck.
Thank you.
And I believe that concludes our docket for today. So
That is
thank you,
correct.
everyone. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And I will
Thank
see my
you.
Thank you.
board members on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Have a
Bye.
good evening.
Take care.
Bye-bye.